Hi! Here we are again. Out metal detecting in the countryside. It's a nice, well, let's say sunny and cloudy. There's a bit of wind, you can probably pick that up, unfortunately. Can't do much about that on phones. So we're out in the woods again with a slightly different metal detector, and I'm hoping that this time I'll be able to pick up some deeper objects, and we'll have to just see. So I'm just making my way down the fields. You can see it's pretty nice out. Whatever's in this field, it just looks like grass really. It looks like it's actually been cut and it's just growing again. I guess maybe they have second crops out of this. I guess it's a little bit early, it's just the end of July, so there'll probably be another load of grass cut from here. Last time I was down here it was a little bit longer. So I'm heading down towards the woods and I'll set up, and then we'll see what we will see. And hopefully we'll be detecting for more treasure. Of course, that's what I'm after. Right, see you in a minute. Okay, so I had found the place in the woods where I wanted to set up. This is a new piece of kit. It's got its own headphones, this one. So, but I decided actually not to wear the headphones so that you could hear on the video the signals that I was getting from the targets. So, although you see me wearing them here, I did take them off. And of course, the actual metal detector comes in 2 or 3 bits. Actually, I'd split it up into 2 bits. It needs assembling here, and it's quite important that you get everything set up right as far as the length of the detector itself. The different struts can be changed for different heights of person, etc., etc. You wind the cable around the stem and then you plug it into the control box at the top, and then you're ready to go. So this really is its first outing, so I'm ready to now start to detect. Okay, so as you can see, I am picking up some targets around here. There's something here. I can show you on the dial here. If it'll come up. There. 26 is iron. 26 there. 1. Multiple targets there. I'm going to have a play around here and set the camera up and have a bit of a dig, see what we can find. So this is where I started to make a few mistakes, because I'd found somewhere where I wanted to dig, and I had my little trowel with me to try to dig these targets out. I had my pinpointer with me, which wasn't really picking up, well, it wasn't picking up anything at all. And eventually, of course, I found out that the reason behind that was, although the pinpointer is quite good at picking things up, let's say 3 centimeters down, these targets are obviously much further down into the ground. And there I was with my little trowel trying to pinpoint whatever it was that was here. The detector picked it up okay, but the pinpointer, no, it wasn't. And then, of course, I made a second mistake in as far as the little cord on the end of this pinpointer has, you can see it here, it's got a key ring on the end of it to fit onto your belt. Well, that was actually, the pinpointer was actually picking up the metal from the end of that. So what I thought was the target in the ground was actually the key ring. So another lessons learnt really here, and I soon discovered this and decided to kind of move on from this hole, and I put that strap onto my belt so that it was actually out the way. But it took me a little time. As you can see, I'm kind of delving around here, and then finally, yep, I twig it that it's actually the key ring that's causing all of the beeps from this pinpointer. I've been detecting my own piece of equipment. Great. Let's carry on. So I had moved on here and just wanted to demonstrate the metal detector itself. Once it finds a target, I can press a button and you see that whine. The detector's able to very accurately find where the target actually is. It's a pinpointer in its own right. As I sweep it across, and I just stuck a leaf down there so that I know then where to start digging. But yet again, the target is so deep that I'm not really able to dig this out. There's something here. How deep it is. Maybe I need a bigger spade. Detect that again. It's deep. Okay, so I've managed to cut my finger so on my shovel, on my little trowel. So I'm going to have to pack up, I think. It's not bleeding too much, but you know how it is when you cut yourself, you can't really do much. So what I've discovered is that I am picking up signals here, but I haven't really got the equipment. I haven't got the shovel, the deep shovel, to dig down deep enough to find the targets, because although the Garrett is finding things below the earth, what's happening is, as soon as I get my pinpointer out, I'll just put it away actually, but as soon as I get my pinpointer out, what happens is it can't find it because it's so deep, so I need to dig a deeper hole. So that's it. I'm in the woods, but now I'm just going back and going to get a plaster basically. So bye for now. This is a short one, obviously, with nothing to show you, but that just goes to show how it can be. Okay, bye for now. Well, I'm back home now, and as you might gather with this sling on, the finger was still bleeding when I got home, and I couldn't stop it bleeding. So I've been to urgent care, and they've managed to put a special plaster on, which has stopped it bleeding, and tomorrow I go back and they have to soak that off. Evidently it's so special that it can't come off on its own, and I have to have it removed. Not the finger, the plaster, and they put a new dressing on. So it didn't actually stop, and I got home okay and everything. It wasn't. I tied it tight with my handkerchief, and it was okay, but it just kept bleeding every time I opened it up. So not great. So a few lessons learnt there. Firstly, this is the tool that I was using, and it's got a serrated edge on this side and a blade on this side, and the ground was so hard that yeah, I got my finger in the way. So lessons learned there. And I think I said on the video that because the targets were far deeper than I've had before, the detector was finding these things further down, that this on its own on hard ground is not going to do anything. So I'm going to have to invest in something a little bit more like a shovel to dig these things out. I'm optimistic that there are things there. I was getting signals that showed iron. Okay, so you're going to get a lot of that, but there were some mid-range targets, so that's showing different types of metal, possibly brass, copper, etc. So there are things there. I mean, they may be shotgun cartridge caps and what have you, but once I'm able to, I'm going to go back obviously with something to dig these things out properly. It's just that the detector I was using is far more sensitive and is searching further down into the ground, and it really is hard there, and something like this, as I say, isn't going to cut the mustard. It's not going to get anywhere near it. So that's and also the pinpointer that I use, it's deeper than the pinpointer can find. I need to dig a hole further down for the pinpointer to even start to register. So that's where we are at the moment. I won't be going shooting tomorrow. I'll be down the hospital to have this redressed, but it's not too bad. It's not like I nearly cut my finger off, but it just needed some urgent care, obviously. So that's it, and I'll see you on the next video, which I hope I won't be cutting anything off or injuring myself. So keep safe, or at least safer than me. Bye for now.